Welcome to the introductory video on CSS layouts, and this is part of our ongoing web development series. Now, if you have no experience in either HTML or CSS, I recommend that you take the two series that I did on those subjects, and you can access those by going to my YouTube channel page. And you will see those actually in order. The first one will be HTML tutorial for beginners, and the second one will be CSS tutorial for beginners. Now, if you already know HTML but have no experience in CSS, then you can take the CSS tutorial for beginners. And if you already have a knowledge of HTML and CSS, you can start with this series. But I leave it up to you. Now, similar to the other series, we will use Notepad, but you can also use other editors. So if you have Visual Studio, Dreamweaver, or Notepad++, you can certainly follow along using those tools as well. Now, as I do in every series, I like to discuss the subjects that we'll be covering. Now, in part 1, we're going to do a full web page layout. And so we will lay out all the sections, and then we will add content and talk about some of the strategies that you can use there. In part 2, we will talk about the different types of layouts. And the two basic types of layouts are fluid layouts, you will also hear those referred to as liquid layouts, and fixed layouts. And you will hear those referred to as frozen layouts. Now, fluid layouts are just that. The web page that you design will expand to the size of the browser that the user specifies. So if the user resizes their browser, your web page will actually size accordingly. A fixed layout actually does the opposite. It actually will stay exactly where you want it. It will not size exactly with the user's browser. And there are advantages and disadvantages to both. Fluid layouts are nice because, again, it's considered user-friendly. It'll expand to whatever width the user wants for his browser. But the con is you lose control how your HTML elements are sized, and you may get some unexpected results. Now, the fixed layout allows you to keep control of the HTML elements. So you are using absolute positioning. And the upside to that is you have control of your HTML elements, but your web page might not size accordingly to what the user wants. And then there is sort of a hybrid, a mix of those two. And we'll discuss all of this in part 2. And then in part 3, we're going to talk about master and content pages and how you can utilize that concept. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video where we will start our web page layout. See you guys then.